All right, so we are going to talk about some glue gun safety right now. So right here, I have one of our glue guns that we use here on campus. So some things to know about our glue gun. So if you guys look at this little label like right here, I don't know if you guys can read that. The camera isn't the greatest. But we do use a high temperature glue gun. So by using a high temperature glue gun, it allows us to be able to get a better stick with our glue. And so we can glue items and be able to use them inside and outside. You will notice that our glue gun, it does have a little stand right here. It looks like this, okay? So when we are using our glue gun, we wanna make sure to use this stand. It keeps the glue from getting everywhere. It keeps the glue gun at a specific angle so the glue doesn't kind of drip everywhere. It does have a little drip tray right here. So when you guys are using it, make sure your drip tray is down. So if it does drip, it goes right here. This is a rubber piece right here. And so we can peel that glue off really easily. And it's not stuck and it's not sticky and gross. So because this is a high temperature glue gun, you want to make sure that you're not touching the barrel up here. We're also not touching the tip of this because it is hot. It is a high temperature glue gun and it's really easy to burn yourself. So if you are using this and you accidentally touch the tip, or maybe you get some glue on yourself that you weren't meaning to, you guys can always blow on your hands. You guys can also go into the sinks right here, and you can put cool water on your hands. Doing that, number one, it cools your skin down and stops it burning, and number two, it will harden the glue, so the glue can come off of your skin and stop the burning. We want to make sure never to put our glue gun down on its side like this. It's very easy for a glue gun to drip. And it will drip onto our counter. It can drip onto the barrel of this and make our glue gun really gross. So we always want to make sure that we are putting it back on its charging station. When we are using the glue, you guys are always going to insert the glue into the back of the gun. We are never pulling the glue out. So the glue always goes in at one angle, goes into the back of it. You guys can see that there's a little hole back here where we feed the extra glue in. But we never want to try to pull the glue out. You will destroy the glue gun doing this. When we are using the glue guns, you want to make sure that you are in a designated spot. So for me, anywhere on these black counters is a designated area. So these are particular type of lab desks, lab counters, that stuff does not stick here. They're also heat resistant. So if we do drip glue on here, we can go through and we can scrape it off really easily and kind of clean up the area. Your guys' lab tables are wood, and it's a lot harder to remove the glue from those tables. So we want to make sure that we're using a designated spot, which is anywhere on these black counters for it. When we go to put the glue gun away, so you want to make sure to unplug your glue gun and let it cool down before you try putting it away. You need to make sure that it cools down all the way. The container that we have that we store our glue guns in, it is plastic. And so if you do try to put them away while they're warm, you can actually melt the container, not to mention damage the other glue guns in there. And then we do want to wrap the cord up. So one thing on our glue guns, you guys will notice, okay, that we can go through and pull this out of the back. And we can wrap up our cord. Each glue gun has a little rubber band here so that we can rubber band our cord. And then that way our cords do not get tangled and things like that. And then we can when we go to put these away, we keep our glue guns on the stand. One thing I did forget to talk about is when we are using the glue gun, so these are a cordless type of glue guns. So they sit on these charging stations, and then we can go take and use them. We always want to make sure to take our glue guns back to our charging station so that they can reheat. So if you're using them and the glue isn't coming out, it's because it needs to be recharged. So always make sure to take it back to its charging pot. So the glue gun, it is either in your hand being used or it's sitting on its charging station. That's it. So these are some of the safety things regarding glue guns and their usage and their storage.